Wednesday, May 4th. It is currently 1:26 p.m. I woke up for the second time. Well, I got up at like 9 and then went back to sleep. But I woke up for the second time maybe about 2 hours ago. As you can see, I'm in a hotel room. I'm currently visiting Ohio for a few days. But anyway, let's get back to the fucking nightmare freak show I had last night. So I was hanging out with the Smiths, and by Smith, yes, I do mean Will Smith, Jada, the whole family. Um, the kids were there, the stepkids were there, whatever. Um, I don't know what my role in the family was. I may have been an adopted child. I may have been a friend. Um, that part wasn't too clear. But I was there, and we were all cool and comfortable and hanging out. We were on vacation overseas. I want to say, I don't know why, but I feel like we were in India. So let's just say we were in India. So we were in India being on vacation. We were like walking through the desert with a tour guide. I remember at the start of my dream, Jada was getting on Will's fucking nerves, but he was trying to be really cool about it. Um, but anyway, so our walk through the desert leads us to a museum. We're walking around the museum. Everyone splits up. I don't remember who I was with, but everyone just splits up and kind of just goes their own way. And we're walking around the museum, checking out things. Eventually, the tour of the museum is over, and we all kind of meet back at one spot and form our group. And who was it? One of the kids. I want to say it was Willow. She noticed a door over in the corner, and she was like, "Oh, what's that?" And all the tour guides they stopped and they paused and they looked at each other. And then our tour guide was like, "Oh, don't worry about it. You guys don't want to go in there." And of course, we decided to go in there. They was like, it costs extra if you want to go in there, and whatever happens, you're at your own risk. The museum doesn't take any liability for it. And we're like, we're cool, we're rich, we got it. And then so we go in there. We open the door. Actually, the door doesn't open. It's like a stone door that slides up. It's slowly sliding up, and as it's sliding up, like the whole area is like shaking. Everyone's fucking excited. I'm a little on edge, but I'm trying to be cool. Don't want to be the bitch in the group. So the door slides up. You can't see anything in there. It's just fucking black. The tour guide's like, "Have fun." Will's like, "You're not coming with us?" He's like, "No, have fun." Cool. I sink further into anxiety, but hey, I'm with the Smiths, so I'm gonna have a good time. Um, we walk into the room. It's completely pitch black. The giant stone door slides shut behind us. Um, we get into the room, and then it lights up. There's like, I forgot what those things are called that hold the fires on the walls, like the sticks. But they just light up, whoosh, and it illuminates like this long corridor. We're like on the edge of like we're on like the edge of something. So had we taken maybe like 10 more steps, we would have like fallen into nothingness, I guess. But as it lights up, there's this really fucking tall Jamaican guy standing over to the side. And he's like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And nobody seems bothered by the fact that this very handsome, tall Jamaican man was just standing behind this super thick stone door in darkness. But he's cute and he's friendly, so hey. And now that the path is lit, we can see over to the other side. And there's another door over there, and we can see light coming. I can see light coming through. But it's lower. It's like a dungeon type shit. We're on this high platform right here. Okay, we're all standing up here, right? And then it's this huge fucking drop right? And then there's this space between it. And then, okay, this is where we're standing at. This is where the other door is. And from what we can see, well, from what I can see, I don't know why I keep saying we. The Smiths aren't actually there. But anyway, we're standing up here. The other door is right here. Okay. Um, so in between my thumbs, it's a drop, and there's nothing there. It's just dark. And so everyone's like, "Hey, how do we get to the other side?" I'm not saying shit because I really could care less. In fact, I would like to go back through the door. But hey, sometimes in my dreams, sometimes in my dreams, I can realize I realize that I'm dreaming, and it's just kind of like, let's see what happens. In this dream, this wasn't one of those dreams. I was legit nervous. Um, but anyway, what happens? Oh, so we're like, hey, how do we get through the other to the other side? The guy was like, oh, don't worry, there's water down there. Just jump down there and swim. Problem number two, I can't swim. I don't know how to swim. I'm a big ass fucking man. I'm 5'10", 292 pounds. I'm going to sink to my death in this room that I had no business being in. So all the Smiths, they jump over one at a time. Woo wee! They're having the time of their fucking life on vacation, and Donnie's over here losing his shit. So I'm just watching them jump down and swim over, and they're all on the other side dancing and screaming, waiting for me to come over. And I look at the mystery Jamaican man. I'm like, I don't know how to swim. He was like, damn, bro. And I was like, yeah. He was like, what are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to hang out over here. And he was like, do you want to go over there? And I was like, I guess. So he's like, take my hand. I'm like, what? He's like, take my hand, man. I got it. You'll be cool. Uh, and then he just smiled at me and he extends his hands. And I take one of his hands, and this motherfucker. Again, I'm 5'10", 292 pounds. He's he's not skinny, but he's not thick either. He has like an athletic build. He's maybe like 6'4". Um, but anyway, I hold onto his hand. He smiled at me, and then he just fucking swings me across. Um, which was pretty ridiculous. It was absolutely crazy. But I got over there, and I was good, and I was safe. And then so we're walking around, just exploring and shit. I don't really remember what the area looked like, to be honest. The dream was so fucking frightening. The nightmare was so fucking frightening. I don't really recall much of the details of the area we were exploring, aside from when shit started to go down. And so, maybe like, it felt like anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes of us walking around, right? And so, we're walking around. Of course, I'm in the back of the line for whatever fucking reason. If this was a real scenario, I would have been in the middle. Why? The front is no good. The back is no good. Those are the most dangerous spots to be in. At least if I'm in the middle, the kids might die first. The adults are in the back. I'll have plenty of time to react, think of a plan. Be ready to fight or escape or some shit. But I'm in the back. I'm in the back for whatever reason. I hear fucking these really creepy screams coming from the back. And I'm like, hey, you guys aren't worried about that? No, 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 nothing, just me. And of course, no one hears what I'm talking about. And then, so we end up walking into a room. Once we were in the room, at this point in my dream, a bunch of weird fucking shit started happening. So it's kind of like broken up into pieces. I remember we were in a room, and then something was crawling on the fucking ceiling, and it was crawling super fast. Everyone saw it, including me. So we're all screaming, like huddled up in a group. We can't see what it was because it was so dark. Whatever it was like black or like shadowy. Um, and then after that, what happened? The thing crawled across the room. We ran out of there. It's just it's there was one entrance and one exit. We ran into another room. In this room, there were a bunch of like they looked like mannequins almost, except they were made out of like stone. So by this point, everyone's on board. The anxiety train, the nightmare ride. We're all huddled up in a group, holding each other's hands and arms and shoulders. You know, we're all linked up in the fucking in the Smith circle. um, and we make our way to the middle of the room. Not realizing it's the middle of the room because it's fucking huge and it's not very well lit. So we're standing in the middle of this room. Excuse me. So we're standing in the middle of this room, and we notice that we're kind of surrounded by these stone figures. Um, they don't have many noticeable characteristics. They're much like mannequins. Um, you know, you got the shape of the body. They're pretty slim. They're all in just like random poses. Um, they have like a nose like imprint where like their eye holes in their mouth, the eye sockets. I said fucking eye holes like a little child. Their eye holes, their eye sockets in their mouths, but they don't have any like uh, they don't actually look like people or anything. You know, they're just fucking stone mannequins. At least they were until they started to come to life. Um, they started to smile and they started to move and they were moving all creepy like and shit. And then they started chasing us. Uh, we got split up. I don't remember who I was with. I was with two other people. So it was me, it was Will, Jada, Willow, Jaden. I don't know what the other son is. So there were six of us. So it was me and two. So it was I feel like it was me and a group of three, and then there's three other people left, but there's three groups. So there's me and my group, there's two people together, and then there's one person by themselves. Um, and they're just chasing us around. Um, and then I woke up. It was weird as fuck, but all my dreams are. Um, I had another dream yesterday, but it was really short. Uh, and it was super random. It was just like it was kind of like if you're familiar with Courage the Cowardly Dog, there's an episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where I believe Muriel goes to like some kind of show because you know she plays that little song on her little guitar, and while she's playing the show, I believe the main villain in this episode is a fucking roach, um, a talking roach. But while Muriel's on stage, Courage is running through like a hotel looking for her, I believe. And every time he opens a door, is like some weird, creepy shit going on. It's like another dimension. He opens one. He opens one door, and he's like, "Oh!" As a little girl sitting in a chair, and then she turns around and starts screaming. It's one door where he opens, and it's just like nothingness, like limbo. But yeah, thanks for listening to my bullshit. I hope you have a good day. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I hope I see you soon. If you have any weird dreams or any cool dreams or whatever, feel free to comment them below, and we can talk about them together.